brings us to the Group A. Oh, and Ben Lord, the front end just getting a little bit higher there. And there we go. It looks like Ben Lord is although the front end came up, he's come out the leader at the first turn. Bolsover between himself and his brother Mick Lord there.
Yeah, he was complaining about having no rear end grip all weekend. He had rear end grip there, didn't he?
He certainly did. All but Bolsover has gone through on the second turn. So Ben Lord down into second position. Jim Lovell in third. Oh, 38 there. Just Ryan Clark there in engine troubles. And Ben Lord trying to drag Bolsover. Look at the rain coming down there as well. So we know they've certainly got some difficult conditions to deal with out there in this one. And you can see with our onboard camera as well just how slick it looks out there. Bolsover going through there on that bike. I think just done nearly every race by the Minimotos. Ben Lord there in second position. Lovell in third. They're not too sure who we've got. We've got Mick Lord there, but I'm not too sure who's just in front of him. Is it Blackburn?
Yeah, it's James Blackburn. He's the onboard that you're with now.
I was going to say, yeah, I couldn't quite see the numbers you came through due to the water spots there. As I say, on board with James Blackburn now. Oh, and Lavelle just going through. Or Lovell going through before Thompson tells me off the next time we're at the meeting. Just going through on the inside of Ben Lord. Matthew Bolsover, your race leader, down that long straightaway down over the far side, and they work the way alongside of the paddock. And I'm just waiting for a better angle there. Say Lovell and Ben Lord really dicing second and third place there. Ben Lord certainly not giving up that position too easily at the moment. Looking for our next ride a bit further back should be Blackburn, and then Mick Lord. Also out there, Jay King, Barry Pruce, Storm Stacey out there. And Daniel Swift as well, that we saw riding one of the youth classes earlier as well.
Well, Daniel's at that lucky age that he's at 14, which means he can ride in the junior gearbox class or in the senior class, or both in the senior class, which is what he's doing. As you can see, he can hold his own in both, so he's doing well. Getting to the A class means he's up there. Whoa!
Right underneath there, James Blackburn there, Mick Lord absolutely shot through, just and I think that caught Blackburn napping there because Mick Lord just came through at such a pace there, and brilliant bit of riding there.
If he wasn't awake before, he is now, isn't he?
That was a great bit of riding. It actually made me jump. But Bolsover at the front, still no change there at the moment. He comes through. Lovell there in second. Ben Lord going through in third. Mick Lord in fourth. Blackburn going through in fifth position. Blackburn having a look over his shoulder to see if there's anybody else going to give him a wake-up call. And the rain spots on the camera just shows you just what the riders have got to deal with at the moment. We're at the halfway stage at the moment. Best lap time so far, Jim Lovell on a 50.909 out there at the moment. Bolsover down over the far straight. Lovell just dipping his head down now, trying everything he can to close that gap down. You can see the rain falling in our camera lens as it goes through at that far corner through the paddock area. They go through. Ben Lord coming through in third. Mick Lord in fourth. Now Mick Lord on a new bike as well, from what we've seen him on the rest of the year.
Yeah, he debuted it at Lid. It's the Monster Pro M4. You can see what's coming. I mean, I'm biased. These are my two sons, and I haven't seen them race together like this, together so close, since they were in karting when they were little. So you probably won't be able to pick it up. But I'm standing at the side of the track, screaming and shouting and jumping up and down. And the problem is, I don't know which one I want to win. That's all right.
So that bike certainly given Mick a bit of a new lease of life, though, is it?
Yeah, I think he's just gelled with it. It's a few tweaks here and there, and he's gelled to it. I mean, he's right up Ernest Chuffer at the moment, and he's on him.
Certainly is. Well, we're back on board with James Blackburn at the moment, and you can see no dry line at all, and the water just coming off Matthew Bolsover's wheel there that Jim Lovell has got to deal with. Trying to keep his visor clean. We're coming towards the closing stages of this one, and it's very close. First and second are having a private little battle, and your two sons there are having an absolute battle royal for third and fourth at the moment. But here they go. Matthew Bolsover leading at the moment. One rider, that's Mr. Ryan Clark that we saw having problems on the opening lap as they come through. Are we going to be coming through towards the finish on this one as well? We are getting very close to the end, and he's Jim Lovell going to make a move. It's going to be another lap to go possibly on this one. Then the battle it looks like Mick Lord has now got ahead of Ben Lord over there as we were watching our race leaders. So I bet there's some bragging rights in the house on this one now as well.
Well, by the time we got home, we was expecting Mick to say that he'd lapped him.
But look at Jim Lovell now. He's putting the pressure on Bolsover, trying to go through on the inside. Absolutely fantastic stuff there. And Matthew Bolsover just lifting his visor there as well, just getting filled in with spray. This is going to go right down to the wire on this one. And Jim Lovell going a little bit wide there. Matthew Bolsover can't kind of squeeze through. Just a couple of corners to go now. Jim Lovell, your race leader, as I head towards the checkers. Bolsover in second position. Here they go. One more corner. Oh, and that's Bolsover has gone down, and that has allowed Jim Lovell a bit of a cushion there as he pops a wheelie across the line.